Hi guys, my name is Rusty Wallace. I'm the on-site manager for Staffmark Group here at Rockline Industries in Springdale, Arkansas. Today we are going to be covering Rockline's orientation. We're going to be covering a little bit of everything from policy procedures, your attendance, the CGMP policy, etc., which I will dive into momentarily. Now keep in mind guys, I just want to tell you a little bit about Rockline. We were established in 1976 out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Guys, we deal with any types of wipes, as in baby wipes, dude wipes, feminine wipes, any wipes you can think of, we deal with it, whether they're scented, unscented, flushable, non-flushable, etc. Keep in mind, guys, we have Rockline throughout the United States, even international. In the UK, China, we have one in Springdale, I have one in Russellville, etc., guys. So it's a big corporation, a great company to work for. Now, keep in mind, my goal for you guys to get on is to get on with Rockline as a full-time employee. So what we're looking for is obviously individuals with good attitude, good attendance, and good performance. And if you can nail those three, then our goal is to get you rolled over to the Rockline as in full-time payroll. Okay, guys? So right now, guys, we're going to go over a few things. Keep in mind, there's three primary job functions you're going to be doing at Rockline. You're going to be packing the product, as in the wipes are coming down the line. You're going to take the product and you're going to stick it in a box. It goes down the line. We have a machine that's going to tape up said product, and then we're going to palletize it once the box have been taped. And these boxes are going to be basically palletized a specific way, which you will be trained thoroughly when you start your shift. We do have another aspect that you will be, as in performing, is rework. I'm not going to get too much into that, but that's when product comes down the line that needs to be retaped or the quality's not looking real good and we need to basically make some adjustments before we can pack out said product. So keep in mind, guys, we want you to be flexible, and what I mean by that is every day you might be changing different lines. We want you to learn as much as possible, because the more you learn, the more valuable you are, and that can lead to better opportunities. So first off, guys, we're going to go over some of the training aspects. There's not a lot of training. When you guys are out there training your first day, I want you to ask as many questions as possible. There's never a dumb question. We want you to basically make sure that you are following these instructions, because they can affect productivity. So just make sure that you are listening and following your lead or your asset coordinator's instructions. Keep in mind, your asset coordinator is your supervisor. They do have a lead underneath them, and you do have some coworkers that will assist you in this training. Keep in mind, guys, you get paid once a week through Staffmark. The max you can work in 1 week is 60 hours. Keep in mind your schedule. Once you get the set schedule, you're going to realize that you're only working 4 days 1 week. You get 3 days off. The next week you got 3 days you're working, and you get 4 days off. So once you get this calendar, you're going to realize that you're only working half a month. Very easy. I think the biggest issue my folks have is 12-hour shifts. But keep in mind, you get 3 breaks. Keep in mind as well, you cannot leave the property for a break, but you can sit out in your car, enjoy one of our 2 break rooms, which we do have microwaves. We do have your plasticware. We do have your condiments, as in ketchup, mayo, mustard, etc. So keep in mind that, yes, they're 12-hour days, but you do get some downtime to sit back and relax. Keep in mind, there's a lot of opportunity for overtime, and keep in mind that max you can get in a week is 60 hours. So take advantage of that overtime to get that extra money. Keep in mind, guys, my goal, as I alluded to, is to get you onto Rockline, but we need to go through this test period, good attitude, good attendance, and good performance, and then you'll be in a good situation to hopefully get promoted. Keep in mind, if you adhere to those 3 standards, the good quality work, as in attendance, performance, and attitude, will give you an increase in pay after your 30+ days. Okay, guys? Now, I'm going to go over one of the most important aspects of this orientation, which is attendance. Attendance is evaluated off a 3-month rolling basis. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say that you call in absent to the production office, which I will get you all this contact information when you begin your new job. You call in the production office, you're going to gain 1.5 points. So let's say you call in April 1st, that's 1.5 points for being absent. So 3 months from April 1st, that 1.5 points will go to 0. So let's look at this the way. You got April 1st, you got May 1st, you got June, you got July 1st, then that 1.5 points will go to 0. Keep in mind, if you are tardy or you leave work early, you will gain a half a point. Keep in mind as well, if you no call, no show, that is 2 points. If you get over 4 points, that unfortunately can lead to termination. But keep in mind, you're looking at your calendar, or you will be looking at your calendar. And as I kind of told you, the days that you're going to be working, remember, 3 on, 4 off, 4 on, 3 off, you're working half a month. So there should not be a reason for you to miss a lot of work. But keep in mind, we have this point system in place basically to make sure people show up to work. So adhere to these policy and procedures and everything's going to be okay. Now, back to attendance, and let me kind of elaborate a little bit more. You call in absent, it's 1.5 points. You leave work early, it's a half a point. You're tardy, it's a half a point. And no call, no show, that is 2 points. Keep in mind, you get over 4, obviously, like I said, it can lead to termination. Keep in mind, if you do call in sick and you have a doctor's note, you will be pointed that first day, okay, for being absent. But when you bring in the doctor's note, you will be excused the subsequent days, the following days. So let's have an example. You call into work, the doctor says you need to be out for 3 days. You will be pointed that first initial day, but the doctor's note with the days that you were missing, you will be excused for those days. So make sure that you have a doctor's note with those days and you will be excused, because as you can tell, these points can make or break you. We don't want you to lose your job. That is not our goal. Now keep in mind, I brought up that after 30 days, if everything is going well with your attitude, attendance, performance, we will give you an increase in pay. And as I alluded to earlier, our goal is to get you over to Rockline. So, guys, keep in mind that some points, no pun intended, with this attendance. If you get 2 points, I have to coach you, find out what the problem is. We get to 3 points, basically that is going to constitute me writing you up, okay? We kind of put you on a probationary period, and as I brought up before, if you get over 4 points, that can result in termination. Now keep in mind, guys, if you have to leave work for any reason whatsoever, let's say hypothetically you get a phone call from home, the dog's out, the baby's sick, you need to let somebody know. You need to let your asset coordinator know, which is your supervisor, the lead, which is underneath the asset coordinator, or you let a coworker know, or the production office. Keep in mind that if you don't let somebody know and you leave work, then basically it can result in termination, because we have no idea that you've left the property, and we consider that time fraud, mainly because you didn't clock out, you didn't let somebody know. So it's imperative that if you have to leave, you need to let somebody know where you are going. And primarily, or ideally, clock out, leave to take care of your issue, and hopefully we can return back to work. And as I alluded to, if you leave work early, that results in a half a point. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind, guys, we do give you PPE, personal protective equipment, okay? That is going to be your goggles, which I have on my head. We're going to give you some fabric gloves. We're going to give you a water bottle as well, so keep that in mind. Also, guys, keep in mind, you're going to be issued a badge, a temporary badge. And for the first 30 days, when you show up to Rockline, you're going to come up to the security gate. You're going to hit the button. You're going to give your name. You're going to show your badge. They're going to let you into the break room, and then we'll start our shift. Now, this happens for the first 30 days. Now, after 30 days, they will give you a permanent badge to where you do not have to push the button every morning or every afternoon, depending on what shift that you pick. So more or less you can scan and walk in just like everybody else. This is a trial period to see if you're going to make it, which I have no doubt that you folks will make it your first 30 days. Now keep in mind, with these badges, you cannot leave for break time, as in you can't leave the property. So folks can go out to their car, eat, talk on the phone, relax, listen to music, whatever it may be. You can sit at one of our picnic tables. But keep in mind, for the first 30 days, you're going to have to check in to get a temporary badge so you can scan to get back in from break times. Now, after 30 days, like I just mentioned, you won't need to do that. Now, this temporary badge that you're going to get to scan if you want to go outside for break. You don't have to get one if you don't want to go outside for break. But if you anticipate going outside, we need to issue a temporary badge, which you pick up at the beginning of your shift and drop off at the end of your shift. As I alluded to, not to keep repeating myself, but after 30 days, you'll get a permanent one, and you don't have to worry about checking out a badge or hitting that button every afternoon or every morning, okay? Keep in mind, guys, 6:01 is late, and as I told you, late is a half a point. I suggest you get there early. The earliest you can clock in is 5:45 p.m. or a.m. depending on your shift. So I'd recommend getting to work early so you are not rushed and you have everything together, and more or less you're prepared for your workday. Now, keep in mind, security badges, as I alluded to, if you don't have your badge, they're not going to let you in. So remember to keep your security badge, your photo badge. I make it a habit when I pull into my garage, take off the badge and basically put it in my passenger seat, so I don't forget it. So keep in mind, remember your badge. Also, remember you cannot let anybody in. So if somebody forgets a badge and they ask you to let them in, you have to decline politely that I'm not able to do that. So do not let anybody in. You focus on yourself. Just remember to bring that badge. Keep in mind, nothing can be attached to your badge, no stickers, pictures, anything like that. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and move on. Now, one of the most important, along with attendance, is CGMP policy. Now, CGMP is Current Good Manufacturing Practices. The reason why we have this in place is to help with the quality of the product, to ensure we're sending out good quality product. And at the same time, there's some safety aspects as well. Keep in mind, your first day, now what I'm about to go over, you can wear this stuff into the break room. You just can't wear this stuff out in the production area. We can't have any jewelry. That's rings, watches, necklace, bracelets, anything like that out into the production floor. Why? Because that stuff can fall off and get into the product, and we don't want to send out wipes with foreign objects in there. So this is one of the reasons why we do not wear jewelry. You cannot have fake eyelashes. You can't have fake nails. You can't have paint on your nails. So if you do come in with paint on your nails, we're going to remove it with, obviously, nail polish remover. So I suggest you don't get your nails done before you show up to work, because if you have any fingernail paint, any rhinestones, they're going to have you remove those, okay? Sometimes that does evolve into being sent home. Keep in mind, guys, the food and drinks. We're going to issue a bottle your first day. We have filtered water provided. The only thing that you can take out there on the floor is the water bottle, okay? You can't have soft drinks, energy drinks. You can't have food out there, cough drops, toothpicks, gum, anything in your mouth. The reason being is the same thing with the jewelry. We don't want any foreign objects falling into this product. I'm sure you wouldn't be thrilled if you opened up some baby wipes and there is basically a cough drop in there. So this is one of the reasons why we do not have candy, food, and so forth, soft drinks, water only. Keep that in mind. Also keep in mind, guys, that the reason why we do not have candy and all this stuff in our mouth, cough drops, gum, is when you are chewing and sucking on this candy or chewing on gum, you are spitting out saliva, and you don't realize it. Even when I'm speaking now, I'm spitting out saliva. It can contaminate the product, and obviously it can basically get on folks as well, and we don't want to contaminate the product, more importantly. So keep in mind too, when you're out there on the production floor, if you have to cough or sneeze, make sure that you cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze, and make sure you're not facing the line, because we can't contaminate this product. So just use good hygiene, which I'm going to elaborate on a little bit more here in a moment. Keep in mind, guys, we do have hairnet policies and beard net policies. There's certain aspects of the plant that you have to wear a hairnet, and if you have facial oil, you have to wear a beard net. Keep in mind, there's other areas that you do not have to wear these hairnets. So you'll find that out on your first day. Obviously, the reason why we have to wear the hairnet and the beard net is because we can't get hair into this product. So keep that in mind. We will cover this your first day when you arrive at Rockline. Keep in mind that we can't wear hats, caps, bandanas, do-rags, anything like that. Why? Because obviously we can't have hair and so forth into the product. So no hats, caps, bandanas. You can wear this into the break room just like your jewelry. You just can't wear this stuff out into production. I have a lot of folks come in with ball caps. That is fine when they show up to Rockline, but you can't wear them out into production. We do have lockers available. Bring a lock from home. You can put all your personal belongings. You can leave it out in the car, or we do have shelves. Keep in mind, bring your food. I do recommend, I think I brought this up before about the 3 break times. I recommend bringing your food. We do have food at a cost. Keep in mind, we do have refrigerators for your food. Let's go ahead and move on. And before I move on, I kind of forgot an aspect of the beard net and hair net. If you go to the bathroom at all and you have a hair net or beard net on, you need to replace that hair net or beard net. Same thing if you go outside and sit at the picnic table or sit out in your car. If you have a hair net or beard net on, you need to basically get a new hair net and beard net. Why? Because we can't have any foreign objects, and as also being in the bathroom, we just can't take the chance on contaminating this product. Keep in mind, guys, we have that glove policy, as I alluded to, which you will basically Get these gloves when you arrive your first day, along with your PPE, your safety goggles, which you have to wear out on the production floor, non-negotiable. You have to wear these gloves when you're packing the product and palletizing. Now, rework, you do not have to wear these gloves. This will make a lot of sense once you show up to Rockline your first day. Now, personal hygiene, guys, when you're dealing with the type of product that we deal with, we have to make sure that we're sending out this good product, as in good quality product. Keep in mind, before you start your shift, after break time, anytime you use the bathroom, you have to sanitize your hands. We have a wash station throughout the plant. You got your soap, you got your water. We dry our hands. We have hand sanitizer. Obviously, we have to keep our hands sanitized and clean. I always tell my folks to try to keep your hands out of your mouth and by your face, because you don't want to take the chance on getting sick. More importantly, we don't want to contaminate this product. Keep in mind, guys, if you are ill, you are sick, you are contagious, we do not need you to show up to work. You call the production office number, which you will get, and I will issue to you. So we don't want you here at work if you are contagious. Give us a call and basically let us know that you are sick, and we'll make the proper adjustments. Keep in mind as well, remember the doctor note policy. If you bring a doctor's note, you will be excused the days that are on the doctor's note. Keep in mind, if you have any open cuts, sores, abrasions at all, you need to have a Band-Aid to cover it. So let's say hypothetically on your day off, you trip and fall, you cut your knee, you come in with shorts on, and you got a scab and it might have opened up and it's basically leaking bodily fluid. We need to have it bandaged up. Now, we like to have it bandaged up before you come into work, but if you come into work and you didn't realize you had a cut, a mosquito bite, whatever it may be, we will issue a Band-Aid. Keep in mind, if you get injured, I don't care how big or small, I don't care if it's a paper cut, let somebody know. We've had issues in the past. People get a baby paper cut, they think they're okay, they continue to work, they're packing the product or palletizing. Guess what? They look up, blood's everywhere. We have to shut down production and we have to throw away all that product. So I don't care how minor the cut is or the incident, let somebody know. If you get a small cut, let somebody know. We'll get you a bandage. You're not going to get in trouble. So keep in mind, this is for your safety and of course to take care of this product as well. So any injuries at all, I don't care if you trip and fall, report it immediately. Okay, guys, almost done with this orientation. We're going to cover the dress code very quickly, guys. Keep in mind, you can wear shorts. Make sure that they are fingertip high, as in can't go above the fingertip. We don't want you coming in short shorts, which I will cover this with you more in depth once we get you out into the assignment. We can't come in with holes in our jeans, holes in our shirts. Mainly, as I alluded to earlier, the fabric can come off and get into the product. We can't wear tank tops. We can't wear sleeveless shirts. Why? Mainly because of the armpit hair. Hair can get into the product. I don't mind if you wear a sports jersey, just as long as we have a t-shirt underneath said jersey. Keep in mind, guys, you have to wear closed-toed shoes. You can't wear flip-flops, you can't wear high heels. Come in tennis shoes, you can come in boots. We want you comfortable. I don't care if you come in sweatpants, you can wear jeans. Keep in mind, shorts, remember, we don't want them too short. Use good judgment. I always say if you have any doubt, bring in a backup pair just in case, because if you break these C and GMP policies, you will get sent home. So for example, you come with holes in your jeans, they're going to send you home. Of course, as you know, you get sent home, you get pointed, and of course you lose time. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind too, guys, no hoodies, no hooded jackets. You can wear this stuff into the plant, as into the break room, I'm sorry. Just like if you came in with holes in your jeans, you can wear that into the break room. You're just going to have to change before you go out into production. The reason why we don't wear hoodies is hair gets caught. Plus, we've had instances in the past, somebody having a lawn care business on the side, flips up the hat, grass goes everywhere, then we have to shut down production and we've contaminated the product. So no hoodies, no drawstrings, no scarves. If you have drawstrings on your pants, just make sure they're shoved down your pants where they're not hanging out. And the reason why we don't have drawstrings hanging out of our shirts or scarves is because it can get caught into the equipment. So remember, keep in mind too, guys, as I brought up before, we cannot have any type of cinquette stones, glitter on our shirts, on our pants, on our clothing. Why? Because it gets into the product. Guys, keep in mind it's a tobacco-free facility. No tobacco, chewing tobacco, cigarettes on the property. You can't walk across the street to smoke or dip It's just a tobacco-free facility. If you get caught, and this has happened before, it's a policy violation and it does constitute termination. So use good judgment. Keep in mind, no littering on the premises, okay? It's sad that I have to bring this up, but our break rooms at times are a little messy. Now, we've had speeches and I think we've rectified the situation, so make sure that you clean up after yourself. Make sure that you basically throw away your trash. Keep your area clean. Also, the bathrooms, okay? The bathrooms sometimes look disastrous, so make sure that we are using the proper bathroom, as I would say, bathroom judgment. Be clean, clean up after yourself. I think I'm getting my point across. Guys, keep in mind too, that if you see anything that looks like a problem, speak up, okay? Let us know. We want to try to better our process with orientation, onboarding, and maybe help out with production. If you see an issue, speak up, let us know. Now, guys, just about done. Keep in mind, you can't have any bags, purses, anything like that into production. You want to stick that in your locker. Remember, bring a lock from home, leave it out in your car, or you can leave it on one of our shelves in the break room. Keep in mind that we're going to train you guys up on basically lockout, tag out. We're not going to get too much into that because we're going to train you at Rockline. Keep in mind, anytime a machine might mess up, never stick your hands into that machine. We've had people get severely injured. You basically let somebody know, they'll get it taken care of, and soon enough we'll get you trained up, okay? Basically, guys, that is the orientation. I kind of went through it a little quickly, but we're going to elaborate a little bit more once I get you out on assignment. I want you guys to enjoy your day, and keep in mind, my goal for you is bigger, better things, to move on and promote yourself within Rockline and establish yourself a career. Guys, thank you for joining today's orientation. Have a great day.